Hey folks, Jay Reno here, welcome back. We're continuing Armies of Exigo. Play last. We're on mission 3 of the Fallen campaign, the Dwarven Gate. 12 cycles later, Domina leads the Fallen army into the Dwarf Realm.
Princess, the grace of Lord Karen that has brought you command of the Hive Army. You must reach the surface within. Failure is not tolerable.
Between us and the surface dwellers are the dwarves. We are already in their realm. They are mortal enemies to the deep elves. But remember, my failure is your failure. The Ageless Ones will have your head as readily as mine.
Your view is nothing to the Fallen. Their only significance. They are between us and our goal.
They do, in fact, stand between you and your goal. More so than even the Ageless Ones know.
What do they have to oppose us?
This realm is the last of the dwarves' strongholds. Here King Thurveld remains, keeping guard over the stone gate, our door to the surface. The gate is more than mere stone and steel. It was constructed by magical means centuries ago to entomb the creatures of the Underrealm, to banish my people.
We will destroy the gate.
The gate is protected by the magic of the elves, fed by the power of a sanctuary. The sanctuary has to be destroyed for the gate to be unmade.
We will destroy the sanctuary.
We will. Set your forces to constructing a base. From here we shall push the dwarves into the darkness and break the stone gate.
Alright, we can help each other. We can help each other here or there. Alright, got some workers. No base. Always my favorite. Always my favorite. Not starting with a base. Okay, so there's a couple ways to go. I guess let's get another deformer up here.
As you desire.
Hello? There you go.
With haste.
And then we're gonna need. Well, we can always build more summoners. We're gonna need to turn these into whatever form it's called, control form. And I'd like to look around. I really just need to wait for this, unfortunately, which is a bummer. I guess let's start looking.
My opponents will be crushed.
What can you do? Alternately raises a bone warrior or a bone archer from a slain enemy. Skeletons.
I head towards victory.
And oh, we can make those curse trees.
Will be crushed. I head towards victory.
They're mine now. And feedback takes mana from the target enemy caster and applies it as damage. All right, that's cool.
My opponents.
So we're still underground. Oh, hello.
Chase you back to the pit from whence you came.
Weak dwarves. Your bones will rot in these caverns.
I mean, I have no.
Is pointless.
I really don't have any offensive ability here.
All will feel misery.
Dwarf miner. Interesting, like, I wonder if we're going to see, like, a whole separate tech tree. We're seeing, like, a whole separate tech tree for the, man, the attack of the harvesters is, like, really low frame rate. I don't know what's up with that.
They use our harvesters in battle. They can grab and hold small creatures with their claws.
What?
Curious.
The harvester can move and take the grass unit anywhere. That's sick.
Light is our enemy.
I just auto-attack because I didn't have
Move
any other
aside.
units, but that's cool. Okay, get going. Harvest here, here, and here, and then you go ahead and get some trees. I guess what we'd want to do is set one of these trees to be a defense tree. Because those curse trees seem like they do a good amount of damage.
Move aside.
Is this set up now? It is. Okay, so let's grab one more. And then get another summoner.
Power above all. I head towards victory.
And, like, I don't know where the heck I'm going here.
Spread the
This seems like a
darkness.
dead end. That's fine. Again, I
Move
just want to
aside.
uncover as much as possible, but I
My
really need to get
opponents will be crushed.
some more units
I
out.
head
So
towards victory.
what I can do is turn this back into summoner form. I'm trying to think what the, like, more efficient way to do it is. See, it's pretty fast how you can do that. So let's get some hives back here. Incubator, and then we need the soul trap. So we really need these hives, like, as soon as possible. Okay, go back into... Oh, okay, Nightmare Matriarch and Avenger. Researchers upgrades for the Dark Elves. Okay, so we have like two completely
Resistance is
separate
pointless.
sets of units.
Prepare the way. Ageless one,
Very intriguing.
you call with haste.
Okay, well, I really like these hives to be done.
Power above
Why don't we head on down here and look to
My
see if this is
opponents
either a
will be
dead end or
crushed.
not. And then, again, I'd like to move out, but I didn't start with any units. Again, I feel like I'm going to fall into the trap of thinking, like, oh, I need to make really quick moves like I did in the Empire campaign. The difference in the Empire campaign was that I didn't have any, or I started with a bunch of units by the end of it, which makes a really big difference.
My opponents will be crushed.
Okay, really just need these hives to be done. Really just need the hives to be done.
Power
The Dark Elf units are probably more expensive, but they were way, way, way tankier. So maybe we go with the ranged hive options, but the frontline Dark Elves seems
I head towards victory.
pretty reasonable. Okay, hive is done. So let's get a soul trap and an incubator over here.
Your desire.
And it seems like there are purposefully more, like a lot more tech restrictions.
Resistance is pointless.
To ensure that you always need a builder on hand and you can't just have it
Spread
sitting
the darkness. Move aside. Spread
in
the darkness.
control form.
Die.
Phantom Knight.
Feel misery.
Skeleton? Oh my gosh, look at that. That's horrifying.
Resistance is pointless. Power above.
Okay, well, I think she's going to be able to handle that. Now, we've got the incubator coming up to get some actual units. And you are blocking. Let's get a lightning spire here. And, yeah, I think that's it. So we'll just wait.
Resistance is
Keep going,
pointless.
lady. Did she get all of her HP? Does she, like, lifesteal or something? She got all of her health back?
Feel misery.
No skeletons to steal from. Maybe she just has a fast... Yeah, she has a very fast HP regen. That is quite significant. This incubator really cannot finish fast enough.
All feels misery.
Shadow Knight.
The light is our
I
enemy.
think she'll be able to kill it. We'll be fine. Okay, let's go ahead and get some hive spitters and get those upgrades.
Units are being attacked.
Then Vengeance Hall. And then let's get another deformer down. Never mind, we can't afford it.
With haste.
Power above.
If I'm lucky, there'll be another base down here to take. These Shadow Knights are pretty
The light is our
pretty
enemy.
nasty. We'll just back up with her and heal her. She has very fast regeneration. They slow her, which is why
pointless.
she's just getting roasted. Let's see if she can kill this guy.
The light is our enemy.
Great.
Resistance
Okay,
is
don't
pointless.
attack that one. Just flee for
My
now.
opponents will be crushed.
Upgrades coming up. Let's get some more hive spitters for now while we wait for the Vengeance Hall. Then I would still very much like another deformer. I can't afford it because I keep queuing up more units. That return there should... oh, okay, we got it. Good. So let's do it like this. Down here is good. Just need more room for buildings. How much are our defensive structures? 150. I think the human ones were cheaper, but you also had to upgrade the
Power
human ones, whereas
above
these ones
all.
you don't.
Spread the darkness.
So she's regenerating even faster because she's on the corruption. That's pretty solid. Okay, Sorrow Shrine, and
All
I'm glad I built those units.
misery.
And I wasn't up there in time to do anything about that, because I'm a dummy.
Power
Yeah, give me some skeletons. You know what? I'm going to turn one of these into a defense tree. Ah! Skeleton. Well, they're on our side now.
all will feel misery.
Okay, cool. And then we'll just get
Resistance
some
is
more
pointless.
defensive structures up there. Are these... Yeah, they're summoned.
Power above.
Let's take this
My
group and head on
opponents
down
will be
here and do what we
crushed.
need to do. Versatile combat and spellcaster unit. Let's make a couple. I assume that the Sorrow Shrine increases the slowing effect of nightmare attacks. Okay. So these, I think, are actually going to be a little different than what we were expecting. I feel like making more workers than this would just simply not be efficient. I mean, obviously, the travel time back and forth, like getting one or maybe just 2 extra for that seems prudent, but that's it. I'm glad our skeletons... Oh, they count as summoned, but they're not ticking... Oh, no, they are. I was going to say, it didn't seem like they were ticking down.
Move aside.
Where the heck am I going? Oh, I can take that. So let's get 1 hive stinger. Let's get some lightning spires. Spikes? Spires? Spires. Okay. So the crypt I can now take as my own. And let's just keep looking. I did lose those units, and if the dwarves attacked me, I'd be kind of screwed. I would love to find a second base. I should have just pushed out from my main entrance and probably would have been luckier. Nightmare ready. That sounds exciting. Where's my stinger? Can the stingers... I assume anything can garrison, but I really don't know. Okay, so that, you know what? We can explore the rest of that later. Let's just head back here.
I await your summons.
Increases the target unit's armor as well. Okay, cool. So just turn this on autocast.
We shall prevail.
Cancel these. Save what money we can. Increases the speed of friendly units over time. That's not that exciting, is it? Okay, so we just want to throw a few of these in for frost armor, and that's basically it. Okay, trying to keep these alive. Again, I assume they get increased regeneration also. So yeah, mostly hive spitters with a couple nightmares to cast spells. Increases the slowing effect of nightmare attacks is fine. So they have some sort of passive that applies freezing. There we go.
Resistance is pointless.
Let's see if maybe we can move up and find anything.
Enemy. Power above all.
You guys can stay and stay.
The light is our enemy.
And maybe we can find another base. That would be nice. Yeah, garrison this. Huh. Yes, I would like a ghost, please.
Listening. I will find their souls.
Ranged undead unit with life drain attack attacks land and air units.
None
cool.
Shall
okay.
Resist us. Power above all.
Pick these up.
Move aside.
See, that was one where I should have just left my base from the other direction, and that would have been really good. Okay, don't worry about the supply. Don't worry about it, all right?
What do we shall prevail?
I don't think there's really anything else that we need to summon, so let's just... Well, I mean, defensive structures, I suppose, but I'm making more of these. Oh, those were gems. Those were not gold.
As you desire.
I await your summons.
Okay, well, that's fine. So these ghosts are very fragile, but again, it seemed like they drain with a life drain attack. That's interesting.
I'm listening. The light is our enemy.
Well, we'll see. We've got one now.
The darkness.
So it really depends on which direction that they're going to attack us from.
I head towards victory. My opponents will be crushed. Spread the darkness.
Just make some more hive spitters.
What would you have of me? I will need
dead
fresh
end.
Graves.
Control form. We've got the lightning spires coming up. Maybe 3 of them will be good enough. I don't know. With the human campaign, eventually I got kind of accustomed to what we needed to, again, basically tower spam.
Move aside.
This is all dead ends, isn't it?
Okay,
that's fine. Just
my
nothing.
Opponents will be crushed.
All right. I like the idea that these, again, they slow with their attacks, but they are just all around a little weaker.
What do you want from me?
Resistance is pointless.
I don't know if the movement speed buff is really that useful.
I head towards
I await
victory.
your summons.
The way these things gallop is kind of silly to me. Yeah, these skeletons actually last a long time. I like that.
Spread
Very
the
helpful.
darkness. There. That artifact is from the riches of vile King Thurveld. His treasury must be nearby. Move. We must find it. I head towards victory.
Find the dwarf treasury, collect all treasures.
Take heed. Earth elementals, the dwarf lords use the force of the very ground we stand upon against us.
I ain't scared. I guess we want to actually spread out our attacks a little bit, because we want to ensure that we can properly just make these, because we can make them instantly, right?
I'm listening.
Spread out our attacks so that we're poisoning everything. So this is the direction they're attacking us from. That should be fine. Back up a little bit. It's weird seeing dwarves that aren't using guns, you know?
The light is our enemy. My opponents
let's go this
will be
way.
crushed.
Aha! Ha 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 ha!
All will feel misery.
That's a dead end.
Spread the darkness. I'm listening.
Gonna flank them, and I really don't have... Okay, yeah, and these can life drain, so we can just get a boatload of them, right? And that would be great. Turn that off. You can almost tank with the ghosts in a way, right? Let's move up with all of these. I don't see much of a reason to make the whatever they're called, the small guys, the stingers at this point. Yeah, these ghosts are good. They're pretty good. Let's make more ghosts. That life drain is pretty solid, and we mix it in with some poison and some slowing attacks. The problem is these ghosts aren't technically part of our faction, so unless we find a crypt, we're not going to be able to build more of these.
I'm listening.
There's another base here. What I'm going to... You know what? Let's, first off, let's get some more summoners. Second off, let's take a summoner and come on up here and take this, because I could certainly use really any...
Move aside.
You know what? Most of you stay here. Let's just take a smaller group.
Power above None shall resist us. I will need
and check what's down here.
Resistance
Based on how the last mission went, I could definitely, I think, afford to just have more another base, because that last mission took an unfortunate amount of time because I couldn't find a second base to take. So let's do this. Okay, gems. I don't really need gems. I don't want to get too reliant on these ghosts because we're not going to have that lifesteal for much longer, I don't think.
I will find their souls.
That's again, this is so many gems that I absolutely don't need, but... Like, what do I even have that... I guess the nightmares, right? Are the only thing that I can actually use gems. It's interesting because these ghosts only have 100 HP, but the fact that they do lifesteal... Like, if the unit isn't doing enough damage to out-damage the lifesteal, it's really, really good, isn't it?
None shall resist us.
Okay, so that's it for down here. We've explored. So we've got our little base set up here. They're sending attacks from the top. I don't see any trees to set up our... Let's get a deformer for the healing aura. I don't see any trees that we can set up as a defensive mechanism. So that's going to be really good later, I think, because you could just set that up near your expansions, and that's going to be great. Okay. And I think I got a few more, yeah, here. So how much do these cost? $75.35. Such an interesting concept for supply.
We move in the shadows.
Resistance is pointless. I head towards victory. Spread the
So this might be another another artifact.
We are near the Dwarven treasury. I head towards victory.
Okay, that's 2.
Move aside.
I'm gonna guess there's gonna be 3, but I really don't know. Let's do this. Oh yeah. This was like when we could make those crossbowmen as the Empire, and I just built like 100 of them. Because why wouldn't you?
We do not have enough gold.
Now let's get some more summoners, actually. Seems like you really don't get like nearly as much supply from these. Oh, you get 10. That's I think as much as the human farms gave me. I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, cool. So let's get some harvesters. I think again the harvesters are more cost efficient than the human workers as well, because essentially, other than travel time, I think you get twice as many resources. Obviously, only one can go per gold patch, and they're a little cheaper. So earlier game, I think, is actually going to be quite good for us. And I guess I'll just continue to be relying on these ghosts, which is not good, because again, I'm not going to have access to these later.
Find their souls.
We do not have enough gold.
Feel misery.
Right, here we go. Let's move up deeper into the treasuries. It's like half of this campaign is going to take place underground, it looks like. Yeah, see, that's excellent. And the frost armor is going to help a lot, too. Again, though, these aren't going to be part of our normal death ball.
Resistance is pointless. My opponents will
Let's
be
check
crushed.
over here.
Move aside. My
This may
opponents
just all
will be
connect in
crushed.
some weird
Move
way.
aside.
Let's just go ahead and get some stingers now.
Zerikon, the demon lord. To arms, brothers, to arms. The treasure must be protected.
I mean, just let them kill it, right? So I guess we found the... oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just going to be a bunch of gold that we don't... Well, I mean, we can use, but it's going to be more than I think we ultimately need. I like how they've got this little Lord of the Rings reference where they dug too deep and they unleashed a demon. These demons seem really hyped up, but they're not that good.
I think it is safe to say the dwarves have no further need of King Thurveld's treasure. None shall resist
Okay, so there's a lot here, but even so, it's like it's in little increments of 50. That's fine. Cool. So we got all that. Come on down here.
What do you want from me?
Let's do a lot of melee damage for sure, but not against ghosts. The ghosts must have like a big damage reduction of some sort. It seems like melee damage is not hurting them very much. I realize they have lifesteal, but I don't know.
Fresh graves. Mark you, the sanctuary of the dwarves. It must be destroyed at once.
Okay, let's get in there. These frontline things are gonna die.
Born splitter, son of King Thurvald. Back to your pit, witch. The dwarves are ready to settle accounts.
Oh, you just have to hit W. You don't even have to you just click it and it's everything around it. That's really nice. All right, kill this dummy. He's dead. Let's just move in. I guess that's where the movement speed's gonna really come into play.
Move aside.
And like, yeah, sure. Like the hive stingers are fine. And then you guys can be control form, and then you all just go ahead and make some more nightmares. Hive stingers that are already here are gonna die. That's fine. I'm just gonna accomplish the objective. Here, you can be control form. Can these things not attack buildings? No, they can't. That's interesting. All right, well, go back and see if you can stop this attack.
I will need fresh graves. Resistance is pointless.
I guess what we could have done is use stingers and flown over this gap. I think actually that might be what we have to do anyway. Well, no, I stop moving my camera, please.
I head towards victory.
Workers, no! I guess I can grab them, right? Alright, don't worry, we got units coming back, and, yeah, I'm just gonna make stingers. Again, they're cheap. Oh yeah, that slows them down significantly. Oh yeah, those are great units. Okay. So now we come up here, and yeah, we have to like navigate the upper left of the map. Maybe make some frontline hives. I don't know. Anything to speed this up, I suppose, at this point. So we're gonna rally up here.
I await your summons.
And this is the only direction they're going to come from now. We don't have to go out of our... We don't have to, like, take a separate pathway. So we should run into every attack wave now, which is good.
We shall prevail.
The light is our enemy. I head towards victory.
Oh, maybe not. No, there's another way to go.
Darkness. My opponents will be crushed. Move aside. My
This is
opponents will
almost
be
silly. Like, I
crushed.
realize that it's supposed to be kind of thematic with the dwarves mining up the gems, but like we clearly don't need them. So I guess it's more, you know, flavor than anything else. But I'll collect them. Maybe they carry over in some fashion. There hasn't been any bank data prior, so I really doubt it. But wouldn't that be neat?
I head
I
towards
shall
victory.
douse the light.
I await your summons.
Princess, it seems your lovely face has healed since our last dance. I think, however, we must make certain this is our last encounter.
Your son had the same venom in his tongue. Before I cut it out.
Die witch.
Die witch. Yep. I mean, can I mana burn him? There we go. I mean, that's something. There's really not much else we can do, so I guess turn on skeletons? And the ghosts can survive. I mean, if we didn't have these ghosts, I feel like our army would have been melted, but they can absorb so much. They can just absorb so much damage. It's like, honest, it's like almost shocking. Okay, so he's dead. Die, witch. Really nailed that line. Okay, they don't appear to be rebuilding, but let's just wipe all of this out. I might be more keen on using super groups this time around, considering how many units we will be probably controlling throughout all of this. Just look around while we slowly destroy all this. It's going to take a while. Well, I just found an optional area with just a bunch of enemies. Cool. I like how the dwarf barracks have like a destroyed look to them. I think that's neat. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wipe them out. You know, we just like apply the poison to the different units. This is like way more than you expected to see from Jay Barrino, but you know. It seems like the poison and the... Like, you have to consistently attack stuff if you want to actually stop them from attacking.
Move in the shadows.
You have to, like, consistently apply it, else it's not really that helpful.
We shall prevail.
I forgot I left that guy there. Okay, let's just go. We're getting close to the end, I think. Your king is dead, just give up. This poor priest. Yeah, we're going to have to get in the habit of targeting human priests because we don't want them resurrecting stuff. Because I'm sure the AI is going to be pristine at casting that. As in every RTS I've ever played, the AI is like unconscionably good at using every spell at the exact right moment.
Feel misery.
I guess it's a sort of a balanced thing in single-player campaigns when you can just absolutely you can like pretty easily out macro the AI, so it has to be given some sort of micro advantage.
I will find
Is that the
their
door?
souls. I will need fresh
No, I think it's down here.
graves. I will find their souls. I will find their souls.
So how do we...
The light is our enemy.
Oh, I see. I just went the wrong way.
My opponents will be crushed.
My bad.
I head towards victory.
So just bring her down there, right? Because that's all we have to do. Domina must reach the gate. Okay, I can handle it.
I shall douse the light.
Let's get down there.
I await your summons.
Yeah, like these little guys, they do decent damage if you can actually get them in on top of stuff. They're kind of just like Zerglings. They're great to follow up with. Like once you've sort of broken through the front line, then follow up with these, like spam out a bunch of them, and you can
We shall
and you can
prevail.
pull the W out that way
Onward.
by like cleaning up bases very quickly
None
that
shall
way.
resist us.
That's
I
my
await
plan
your
at
summons.
least. Let's give me
Power
a speed boost
above
here.
all.
This doesn't look like very much of a gate, if you ask me.
The light is our enemy. My opponents will be crushed.
I think this is the gate. I just went to the wrong place again. That's fine. So,
We shall prevail. Onward.
just follow her, and we'll just keep casting
Move in the shadows.
speed. And we have to make sure we turn on Frost Shield every time we spawn a unit. That's fun for me. I think I thought it was here because this appeared to be what was being pinged. I think this was another instance where we could have flown across the gap with the stingers, but realistically, that wouldn't have actually helped.
What do you want?
Like, let's be
from me?
honest. Oh, now he's out of mana. He wasn't quite close enough. That's fine. Her weird tendrily self will make it there. She does not look like an elf. I guess she's got the pointy ears, but she looks like a creepy tentacle monster.
That damnable stone gate has barred the way of the deep elves for centuries. It is time it is open.
Cool.
At long last, the stone crypt has been unmade. Our passage to the surface world is assured. Alas, we must await the passage of the burning wheel. It is all that stands between us and Ruanan's grave.
The burning wheel? Okay, on to a mission next time. No interlude. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.